welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action, where are the gains and losses being seen, and what is the trend going to be like in throughout today's trading session. So let's start off with the market opening. Of course, we've opened higher yesterday after 5 days of losing action. We did see that losing streak getting break. Also, when you talk about the stock markets, the benchmark Sensex and the Nifty climbing above the crucial psychological levels back again. The Nifty again has opened above 17,200 mark yet in the opening action as well, and trading higher than the 200 DMA too. So those are the positive cues that we are getting in the early trading action. Of course, the global action was mixed, but despite that, the markets in India shrugged off the concerns in the drop in the US markets overnight and actually climbed higher. Remember, US markets were seeing some pressure on the Nasdaq index, with Netflix shares slipping almost 35% after the company has lost subscribers in quarter 1, the first time in 10 years in a quarter drop in the subscribers. So that's been a big talking point. And also, the focus in domestic markets will be on how the earnings are panning out. So that's the overall trading setup like. Let's look at first the opening levels for both the Sensex and the Nifty, and then we can go on to the other details as well. So we've opened higher. Sensex opening 358 points above, almost 0.6% higher in trade today at 57,396. The Nifty also opened higher by almost 105 odd points, or 0.6% up in trade at 17,242. Remember, 1627 shares have advanced today as against 323 shares declining, and about 54 shares remain unchanged in the early action as well. Now let's focus on some of the stocks that are in news right now and also showing some kind of early momentum. Apollo Hospitals, Coal India, Adani Ports, Maruti Suzuki, Bajaj Finance among the major gainers on the Nifty. The losing action includes some of the stocks from the metal pack, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, Hindalco, also Nestle, Britannia, Bajaj Auto. These are some of the weaker stocks in the early action in trade. So what all is going to be in focus right now? Of course, overnight we did see in yesterday's trading session, the FIs continued to sell. In the Indian markets, they sold shares worth about 3,000 odd crore rupees. DIIs, however, net bought shares worth 2645 crore rupees to net offset some of the losses via the FIIs into the Indian markets. Of course, the focus today will be on a whole host of results. HCL Technologies, Nestle, ICICI Lombard, L&T Technology, Tata Communications, CRISIL, Cyient, Rallis, Saskin Technologies, Shiva Cement, also Roni Households, Shukra Jewelers, and some of these other smaller companies also will be coming out with their results in today's trading session. So all eyes on the results as well. Macro data includes the oil prices, which is back up above $107 a barrel. So that's going to be in focus as well. EPFO, that's something that's given some positive indications. It has added 14 lakh subscribers in February. That's up 14% on a year-on-year basis. So perhaps indications of the job market improving in India. Also for the aviation space, there's going to be larger focus as the January to March domestic air passenger traffic has jumped 6% on year, and Indigo has retained the largest market share right there. So the aviation companies will definitely be in focus. Travel is back as COVID fears are behind us right now. Let's also talk about some of the other pockets that will be in focus, including the cement pack. Remember, this pack is going to be very, very important to track, and most of the market experts are focused on these pockets as well, because cement prices in the domestic market now may go up by 25 to 50 rupees per bag this month, as manufacturers have now started to pass on the rising cost due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and this is as per a CRISIL report as well. Remember, in terms of the stocks in news, you do have RIIL, that is Reliance Group firm, Reliance Infra Limited as well, and that has reported 65% decline in the consolidated profit. So that's going to be a stock in focus, may show some kind of a subdued move right there. Navally lignite is going to be in focus. There's going to be a higher power demand and shortages of coal, which will perhaps benefit the captive mines owning firms. So Navally lignite could actually show you some positive action right there. Gland Pharma is going to be in focus today. Now, Niromac Machinery will actually sell a stake of 1.5% in the company. This also is a reported news, so keep an eye out on the stock. Tata Elxsi is going to be in focus. The company has reported its earnings as well. In fact, a 39% almost increase in net profit at 160 odd crore rupees in the fourth quarter. So good numbers coming in there as far as the profit numbers are concerned, and that's going to be an important factor to watch out for as well. ICICI Securities, another stock that is going to be in focus on the back of its earnings. It has reported a 3% growth in its profit after tax at 340 odd crore rupees for the 3 months ended March 2022. Also, in comparison, the company had posted a PAT of 329 crore rupees in the same quarter last fiscal. So there's definitely a growth on the profitability front as well. Infosys, after that continuous decline post the earnings, did show some momentum on the upside today. And you're seeing that the IT giant Infosys has announced that it has completed the acquisition of Oddity, which is a German-based digital marketing experience and commerce agency. So that stock is also going to be in focus on the back of news flows. Pharma stocks are going to be in focus because Indian drug makers have seen subdued sentiments of late. The companies reported a decline in sales in the March, and the input cost pressures may actually keep their earnings growth and margins under pressure. Keep an eye out on this pocket because this pocket has been celebrated a lot during the COVID period because of the kind of sales they actually had because of the COVID medicines and pharmaceutical, all the devices as well, which were used during COVID-19. And also when you talk about the vaccination part too. So those stocks are going to be in focus in today's trading session. Overall, the momentum is still positive, and we'll just have to see whether the bulls are back for good on D Street or not. We'll keep you posted with everything that's developing on D Street. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned on Business Today.